Shooting.
Off the mark on his free throw. Paul into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Russell Westbrook guarded by CP3. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Beyond the arc for three. Can't connect. It's no good. To George. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here's Harden with the rock. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to one. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Harden. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harden in possession. His guys down three. To Paul. Down to Fareed. Got it.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. Fareed to P.J. Tucker. And a nice finish at the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Russell Westbrook. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul with it up top. His team up by one. To P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Robertson picked up by Paul. Down low for Tucker. And he finishes at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
George matched up with P.J. Tucker. Third quarter comes to an end with the Rockets in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Two-point shot for James Harden. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. George, oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
George to Adams. George, off the mark, no good. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads one. Jeremy Grant tips it. And they pounce. Jeremy Grant with a piece. They've got it back. Paul George. Now Adams down low. Rockets have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Paul. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Paul's free throw, good. A three-point play as the Rockets add to their lead. Russ at the controls. And count the basket.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Paul into the front court. Leads a bucket. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Paul. Off the assist.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
George, down low for Aldridge. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Gordon with it. They lead it. 4-point game. To P.J. Tucker. Capella. Short jumper off the mark. George. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Paul. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
It's Westbrook. And he hits.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Gerald Green. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot. From the painted area, won't go down. To Gerald Green. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Westbrook with it. The deficit now up to 5. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jeremy Grant at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career mark of 64%. The free throw's good. It's a three-point play, and the lead sliced to 2. To Capella. Tucker to Paul. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. The follow won't go either. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. Doesn't get the bounce.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. P.J. Tucker trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. And it's an important one. It makes this a 3-possession game. Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook to Paul George. Defense making the ball handler work. Can't connect. To George. Jumper's good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's Westbrook. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets emerged victorious after a tight finish. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Thunder finished on the losing end of a close score.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Tucker is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the sack. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that